what are your thoughts on AAA video games?
I am still lucid enough to recognize how cattywampus the AAA gaming space has become.
You wanted to buy an Xbox in this economy? Yes. Well, I love seeing black millionaires. Congratulations, brother, you made it.
Nintendo isn't asking, hey, what's possible here? They're asking, what can we get away with?
Companies are using current events and trending social topics to skew customer perceptions and put themselves in positions where they can demand more money based on current market conditions.
Market conditions.
Current market conditions.
AAA gaming was a stamp of approval, a seal of quality, and it's funny now because it's almost the opposite.
Yeah. Look, don't let anybody gaslight you, okay? There was definitely something different about gaming back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I mean back before battle passes, before online gaming took over and became the norm, before resolution fidelity became more important than smooth gameplay performance, before day one patches, before we stopped seeing 4 controller ports on a console, before remakes and remasters became more prevalent than new IPs or sequels, before Nintendo got greedy. Gaming was different back then. I remember experiencing some of the story-driven single-player games back in the day for the first time, but I'll also remember going back and experiencing them for the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time. It never felt like playing a game over and over again was a waste of my time like it somehow feels today. You could even say that back then, gaming could even be a social thing. Staying up all night, competing, or even cooperating with your buddies in experiences that were designed for 1 to 4 players while eating pizza and drinking Kool-Aid out of plastic-colored cups. When I look back at consoles from the past generations like the GameCube or the Dreamcast, of course I feel nostalgia, but I also feel like if some of those games came out today, they would definitely hit different than anything that's currently on the market. Yeah, of course, they would probably need to have some sort of reasonable modernization, like graphics that aren't boxy looking, or even voice acting, or certain things like character customization that isn't held back by old hardware and software limitations, but they would definitely have to be without the changes to their fundamental design, art style, storytelling, and gameplay, because that's what made them special. Now, I know that there's going to be some clown out there who would say that I'm contradicting myself, but trust me, there are close examples to what I'm describing here. Like the Oblivion remaster that just dropped a few months ago with the modern graphics and even new voice acting and quality of life improvements. People like it because it's Oblivion with its jank included. Yeah, it has performance issues, but I think the team behind it was really trying to preserve the spirit of the game. Yeah, I would say that they could have peeled back the graphics just a little bit to make it more playable without the need for things like frame generation, but it's a good example of imagining a game from 20 years ago coming out today without all the modern garbage we've been force-fed by the industry. Why do you think people loved that remaster so much despite its hiccups? Because Oblivion is just a good game. Looking at the current state of gaming, it's almost like gamers are at war with the industry. AAA companies, they took over years ago, and now things have gotten to the point where it's not out of the norm to see big budget titles come out unfinished, low in quality, or just riddled with things that no one asked for and, quite frankly, no one wants in their games. For the first time ever, we're seeing game consoles go up in price years after their release. Like, how is Nintendo gonna tell people who can't afford a Nintendo Switch 2 to just go and buy a regular Switch and then raise the price of the regular Switch right after saying that? It's like an old friend of mine used to say in his freestyle raps, that's diabolical. And then you got the FBI working with companies to put cuffs on people who are playing emulated games. Like, Like, why is it that gaming has to draw this short straw? Like, I could check out a book right now from my local library, bring it back here and keep it, never bring it back, and no one's gonna say anything. But if I copy my Switch collection to my PC because I want to back it up for, I don't know, nuclear fallout, and then try to play it on a Nintendo Switch 2, then they'll brick my console and send the Federal Bureau of Investigation after me. Like, these fools couldn't give the diddler a life sentence or release the Epstein files, but they want to go and lock up retro gamers. Like, anyway, despite this being more of a niche thing back in the day, gaming, we used to play games for cheap, but it seems like that's not the case anymore. So, after much research and deliberation, I've come up with a solution. I'm calling it the QuarterCade. Now, I know some of y'all out there who know your tech are gonna look at this thing and say, wow, he just took a mini PC and slapped a logo on top of it. And kind of, but not exactly. See, I partnered with a hardware manufacturer to build these to the exact specs that I need in them. I custom configured it, preloaded it, flashed it, and made it so that you plug it in and you can play it just like a game console. You can't buy this exact hardware with the software included off the shelf and for the price that I'm offering it at. It's custom made. It's for those who are on a tight budget. Plus, it comes with these cool interchangeable tops that my friend designed. They have the transparency, kind of like the old Game Boy Colors. If you remember those designs, the transparent ones. But this console, it's for gamers who want to sit down and just play their games. And oh, this thing's falling right here. Those who don't want to deal with drivers and operating systems and all that stuff. People who just want to play PC games, but without the headaches of actually being a PC gamer. Not having to deal with desktops and stuff. And I've gotten tired of seeing the prices of consoles go up as a gamer while the value's going down, and how complicated gaming PCs have gotten for folks who just want to play games. And honestly, I've gotten tired of desktops too. I mean, I can deal with it, but after having a Steam Deck, which got stolen from me a couple months ago, I saw the potential of PC gaming for folks who haven't stepped into the realm of PC gaming, those who just want to play them like consoles, who don't have the money or the know-how. For example, I have a friend who's been gaming for decades. Like, he's in his 50s and he just sold his PS5. He was sick of seeing certain trends in gaming. This guy's like the happy console gamer. He don't sell anything. He don't sell his games or his consoles. He has consoles from 30, 40 years ago. And he tells me, man, I want to get into PC gaming. But here's the thing. He's not techie. I've had to send emails to his landlord for him. When it comes to tech, this man needs help. But I told him, go ahead and get a Steam Deck. But he can't afford it. So we got to help folks like that. Current gaming news and all the trends have led me to do my research, and I realized nobody's doing it for whatever reason, so I said I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna make a console that's affordable, works right out the box, and thanks to Steam, can play thousands of titles. And when these titles are on sale, even the AAA ones, they are stupid cheap. And you can customize it however you want and do whatever you want to it. I don't care. I won't brick it. I promise. I mean, you can do things with this that, let's say, Nintendo don't, and Nintendo won't like. We'll say that. So, I'm just offering something that has the freedom, the performance, the flexibility, but still works like a console. No fuss, just gaming. And you can add PC mods to your games with this. And thanks to Steam, you can play all your games online if you want to without monthly subscriptions. And honestly, I probably shouldn't have said that, because I'm sure Sony and all those guys are going to try to nickel and dime us and find some way to sell online gaming back to us. But it doesn't matter. For now, you don't have to worry about that. For those who don't know, I'm Last Benevolence, and I'm announcing the QuarterCade. the budget gaming PC console hybrid launching on Indiegogo. And if you want more information, I'll have it, posted at the bottom of this video. And I'll also do another video dedicated to the console itself, so you can see, you know how it runs and things like that. Know what's going on in the inside of this, and things like that. But I don't really expect this video to, reach a lot of people. My videos don't get, me and my wife's videos don't get a lot of views, but if you watch this video, thank you. And if you're into the idea of gamers and indie developers finally taking things into their own hands and doing something that can help the community, the gaming community, support this, the QuarterCade. One way that it'll help for sure with indie developers is it will help them to get their games for less into the hands of more players. If more people buy a QuarterCade, then indie developers do not have to worry about the cost associated with releasing on other consoles. They could just get them into the hands of gamers who are on a budget, and they can do it for a lot cheaper. So support the QuarterCade if you can, if you like that idea. And this is Last Benevolence, and I am signing out.